How's it going, guys? It's K Cars, and yes, you read the title right. I did buy a Jeep Cherokee XJ. So in this video, I'm kind of going to be explaining all the details about the Jeep, telling you guys why I decided to actually go ahead and buy one. And yeah, let's get into it, I guess. So this is a 2001 Jeep Cherokee XJ. I've always wanted to get a Jeep like this, just something old, just something to like take off-roading and not have to worry too much about it. As you guys know, if you have been watching my videos, I have been doing some more off-roading recently, and like I said, I have been wanting to get an XJ like this for a while, and the perfect one came up, so I decided to just go ahead and get it. Let me show you guys around the Jeep real quick. Just looking at it from the outside, it is pretty clean, and on the inside it is clean as well. Let me show you guys the inside right here. It's really not too bad for what it is. As you can see, no scratches, no like rips or anything. I've seen some that have like rips in the steering wheel right here, but this one doesn't have any. There are some things wrong with it, like for example, this door does not unlock and lock with the key fob or the like unlock thing on the door. You have to manually lock it from the actual manual locker thing right there. So that's the only thing that I've noticed so far. I think one of the key fobs doesn't work. I just have to replace the battery in that, and I'm not sure if the fog lights work or not, but they're so dim you probably wouldn't even be able to tell right now, but I'll definitely have to check those out when it's nighttime. As you guys can see, it is a little bit muddy. I did take it up on some like muddy trails, nothing terrible, but I wanted to see how it would go. So like I said, this is a 2001. It has 103,000 miles, and the reason I picked this one was because it looked really clean from the pictures. It did have a small patch of rust under the back door. I don't know if you guys can see that right there, but I'll show you guys a closer look later on in the video. The asking price for this Jeep was $4,000, which is the top of the Kelley Blue Book range. I offered $3,000 to the guy. He didn't take it. At first he said he was firm on $4,000, so I offered $3,000. He said no. I offered $3,500. He also said no. Later that day I messaged him and I said, I can give you $3,500 tomorrow if you can negotiate down to $3,500, and he agreed to that. So the next day I picked it up. And yeah, it's really, like I said, it's really clean on the outside and inside. There is a good bit of rust on the undercarriage that I want to try to get rid of. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it. Probably just sand it down and use some like POR 15, I think that's what it's called. See how that works out for me. But let's actually go ahead and show you guys the rust on the Jeep. The big reason that I went with this specific XJ is that it didn't have too much rust except for this little patch right under the door there, which isn't terrible, but these Jeeps really are known for having rust on the rockers right there. And let's see the undercarriage. Yeah, it does have a good bit of rust, so we'll see what I end up doing to get rid of that. I don't know how well you guys can see the rust from under here right now, but I'm definitely going to be making videos and showing you guys how I decide to get rid of all this rust. I am completely new to these XJs, so if you guys have experience with them, definitely drop some advice or tips down in the comments, because I want to know what I can do to this thing to make it last forever, and some things that I can do to it to make it better off-road. Obviously I know lift and tires, but there's more to it than just that. I'm doing my best to learn all about these Jeeps. I'm going to be documenting everything on my YouTube channel, so you guys definitely want to subscribe if you want to see my Jeep Cherokee XJ build. So let's go ahead and show you guys around the inside of the Jeep. So just like the new Wranglers, these old Cherokees also have like the push button handle, and this one, I don't know if it's one of these are like getting pretty old and squishy. Like it isn't fast to come back. Sometimes it kind of just feels like the button is a little sticky, but that's not a big deal. So hopping in the Cherokee, it is smaller than I was expecting, but you know, I don't really need a big Jeep or anything like that. Go ahead and close this up. It's a pretty basic Jeep. Of course, you got your door unlock and lock, and the electronic switch is right there. And like I told you guys, the driver's side rear door does not work from this, so you have to manually go back there and flip the manual switch to unlock and lock it. And of course you got your window lock, electronic window controls. They actually all work, which is fantastic. Side mirror controls right there, pretty standard. And then show you guys the gauge cluster right here. You got your battery, fuel, RPM, speedometer, oil, and temperature. So I guess it's pretty much all your standard stuff. You wouldn't really expect much from a Jeep like this. Something interesting to me, I've never seen anything like this, but the headlights are actually turned on by pulling this, which is kind of funny to me. I'm used to having like a turn dial that you turn to turn the headlights on, and then turn signal, and then high beams, obviously keep them on like that. Probably one of my first mods for this Jeep is going to be LED headlights, because just looking at the headlights right now, they suck and really bad. I haven't driven this thing at night yet, but I don't really know if I want to until I get those LED headlights, because I probably won't be able to see anything. So if you guys have any suggestions for LED headlights, definitely let me know. You got your windshield wipers right there, all your radio controls, which you guys know I never use the radio. I don't listen to music while driving. The owner told me that the AC does work. I haven't tested it out though, but the heat works pretty well. Moving on down here, cigarette lighter, defroster, rear windshield, whatever it's called, washer. Fog lights, I actually think those do not work, like I said in the beginning. Then you got your 12-volt power. And then this Cherokee has the, I believe it's called the NP231 transfer case, which means that it only has 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. The NP242 transfer case has 2 high, what is it called? Part-time 4 high, and full-time 4 high, and then 4 low. And what that means basically is that for this transfer case, if it's in 4 high, that's basically part-time 4-wheel drive, meaning that the center diff is locked, I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments. So for the full-time 4-wheel drive, it doesn't have any of the diffs locked, including the center diff. And then part-time 4-wheel drive is like 4 high on the 231, meaning the center diff is locked. I did get the automatic transmission. I probably would prefer to get a manual, just because you would have more control off-roading. But I found 2 XJs with a manual transmission. One of them was a 2-door. I was looking for a 4-door. And then the other one I found was a 4-door, but I gave the guy an offer and he said, sorry, trade only. So I wasn't able to get that one. And then this one popped up really clean, so I just decided to jump on it. And then you got your ashtray. I know some people have converted these into like a switch panel for any kind of auxiliary lights. That's probably what I'm gonna do. And it looks like they left me some change in there as well. Cup holders. You got a little bit of a storage space right there. Glove compartment, all your standard stuff. This is what the key looks like if you're interested in that. Yeah, there's really not much to it, guys. Let's go ahead and hop in the back, see how much room there is back here. Now I'm gonna go to the other side. Actually, let's just hop in the passenger seat up front, see what this looks like. So it does have a good bit of space. I'm actually kind of surprised how roomy this is. Looking up here, got your lights. These work, both of them. So yeah, there actually is a good bit of space in the passenger seat up front. Really nothing else here. It's a simple car. Back there, let's go ahead and sit in the back seat, show you guys what that's like. See that muddy tire right there? All right, so there's some rust in the door jamb right there. Okay, so the rear seats are definitely pretty small. That's probably why there's so much room in the front, because there's barely any room in the back. But it's a Jeep, so what do you expect? Guessing that's another ashtray. And there are 0 headrests on here. There's like no holes for headrests either, so That's kind of interesting. And I kind of do like how it's a bench seat. Yeah, it is pretty cramped in here, so I'm gonna get out and let's go ahead and look at the trunk. I just hit my knee on the door. And I'm pretty sure this back seat does fold down. I'm gonna have to look at that. I'll let you guys know. But for now, let's go ahead and look at the trunk. So there is a good bit of space in here, actually. I did watch a video, I forgot who posted it, but he said that some of the XJs, the trunk release actually doesn't work. So I guess you have to go through here and open it somehow. I'm not really sure, but this one works, so I'm really glad about that. Still has the original spare tire back here. You can see it has some pretty good tread. Good amount of space back here. And not really sure what this is. Like I said, I'm completely new to these Jeeps, but yeah, I don't really know. I'll have to do some research on that. I believe to fold the rear bench down, you just pull this thing, or you don't. That just releases another storage compartment, which I don't know what the previous owner left me back here, but I'm definitely gonna have to vacuum all that up. Let's go ahead to the other side, see what that is back there. A jack. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a closer look at all this stuff because I really don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm new to all this stuff. I'm definitely looking forward to learning a lot more about these Jeeps. Fold this down. I don't know. I'm guessing this has to be up, maybe. See if that'll work now. Okay, so this seat compartment thing has to be folded up like that to be able to fold the actual seat down. So there's a good amount of space back here once you have the bench seat folded down. As you can see right there. This really is a cool little Jeep. I'm really glad I got this. I feel like I did overpay a little bit. Like I said, I got it for $3,500 with 100,000 miles. And this is a 2001, which is the last year that they made the XJ. So hopefully it's the best year. That's what I'm hoping. But as you guys know, it has the 4-liter inline 6. And let's actually hop inside and take a look at the engine. So the engine release is right here. All you do is pull it like that. Here's a look at the 4-liter inline 6. And new battery as of last month. Also brand new tires and brake lines as well, I believe. Came with 235/75 15s. I eventually want to go with maybe a 4.5-inch lift, and I didn't want to get 33-inch tires, but I figured out you have to trim the fenders to do that, so I'll probably just end up going with 32s. And yeah, this thing will look a whole lot better with a lift, wheels, and tires. Yeah, some plans that I have for this Jeep. Like I already said, obviously lift, wheels, and tires. I don't know what order I'm going to do this stuff in, but this is what I want to do. So along with the lift, wheels, and tires, I want to do LED headlights, definitely. I want to get some skid plates for the transfer case and the gas tank, and maybe some other stuff if I can find them. Gas tank is right there, so that'll definitely come in handy. Let's see what else. Front and rear bumpers, definitely, so I can have tow hooks and put a winch on there, as well as some light bars. That would look awesome. Let's see, I had a huge list of things I wanted to do, but all this stuff is so expensive, it's not going to happen overnight. But like I said, light bars, I don't know if I want to go with a huge 50-inch light bar up on the windshield, or if I just want to get a small one and put it on the bumper here, but we'll see what I decide to do. One thing I love about these Jeeps is that there's so much stuff you can do to them. Hey guys, there's a look at my new 2001 Jeep Cherokee XJ, the new off-road Jeep for the channel. And I know most of you guys are probably subscribed just for Challenger videos, but I wanted to kind of mix it up and kind of do Challenger videos along with some off-roading stuff, because you guys know I have been getting into off-roading a little bit more here recently, so I decided to just go ahead and get an old Jeep Cherokee XJ so I can do some modifications to it and kind of learn how to work on cars myself. Like I said, if you guys have experience with Jeep Cherokee XJs, definitely let me know if you guys have any tips or advice, things that I should look for in the Jeep. So if you guys have any tips for mods that I could do to this Jeep, definitely let me know as well. And if you guys have any video suggestions of videos you would like to see in the future, make sure to drop those down in the comments. And if you found this video entertaining or liked it, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.